Halo teman-teman semua, kembali lagi di Ryan Beyond Sky Channel. Hari ini kita akan memainkan satu permainan baru. Permainan yang sebenarnya sudah di-request oleh banyak teman-teman semua. Ciptaan dari Bandai Namco, teman-teman semua, yang berjudul Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown. Ya, saya sendiri belum pernah memainkan game ini, teman-teman semua, tapi kita pastikan akan terjadi pertempuran yang luar biasa ya di permainan ini. Dan sayang sekali ini Windows mode-nya tidak bisa 1080 SD, teman-teman. Jadi harus menggunakan resolusi 1600 x 900. Tapi nggak masalah ya, karena tetap kita akan menikmati perjalanan petualangan dari Ace Combat 7. Oke, kita akan langsung mulai saja dengan campaign-nya, teman-teman. Tapi jangan lupa, sebelum kita mulai, subscribe, like, and share, dan dukung terus channel kita menjadi channel gaming terbaik di Indonesia. Oke? Oke, baik teman-teman semua, kita akan langsung mulai saja dengan campaign kita. Kita restart story ya, karena sempat kita coba-coba main gimana cara mainnya ya. Jadi kita akan langsung mulai dengan episode pertama. Select difficulty normal. Waduh, ini game sebenarnya kalau nggak salah tahun 2019 atau 2020 ya. Tapi baru kita mainkan sekarang. Oke, kita lihat dulu jalan ceritanya. Apakah langit yang biru mempunyai makna spesial buat kamu? Bagi saya, iya. Banyak sekali. Ketika saya tutup mata saya melihat dalam mimpi saya kegelapan. Ace Combat 7, Skies Unknown.
Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations.
Terbang ada di dalam DNA saya. 4 generasi ada di keluarganya mereka. Pilot. Cewek ya, teman-teman ya.
He lost faith in the ocean air defense the day my dad died in battle.
Ayahnya mati dalam pertempuran pesawat.
Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another 1.5 years after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful. Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up. straight up, through the clouds, higher into the sky. Dark blue. I could almost touch it. Then I saw Osius fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Crap. You should have put in my best with this piece of junk. Should have built a return too.
Oh my god. Mission 1, Charge Assault. Oke, baik.
Is everyone
Nah,
here?
semua di sini? Yes, settle down. Semua sudah disiapkan.
Settle down.
Ayo kita siapkan.
You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Usea as members of the International Union Peacekeeping.
Ini misi-misinya teman-teman
Till
semua.
today.
Ya. Kita lihat sama-sama.
Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was
Ini masih
approaching.
training ya, tutorial.
Communication
ya.
systems
Kita lihat
went down
sama-sama.
immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your
Ini
mission.
misi kita.
It's possible that the Usian ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time
Yusian
in over a
ceasefire,
decade.
gencatan senjata
As of
sudah
today,
tidak berlaku lagi.
Fort
Mungkin
Gray's
itu
Air Base
maksudnya.
Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there
Kita
immediately.
harus terbang ke sana
Find
ke
the
yang merah.
unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to
Paksa
land.
mereka untuk turun di
If the
permukaan.
hostiles counterattack, then you
Kalau
will.
mereka melawan kita,
What the hell was that?
apa yang terjadi?
Smoke! We're
Kita
under
dalam
attack.
penyerangan. Oh, kita lagi diserang nih teman-teman.
How is that possible? The tank farm to the north has been bombed. Many engines.
Banyak yang
Scramble.
injured.
All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base. This is not a
Ini
drill.
bukan latihan, ini beneran nih. Oke. Next. Oh iya, oke. Ini sudah mulai bisa digerakkan ya teman-teman. Oke. Zoomnya gimana zoomnya? Oh gini toh. Terus, oke, ini zoom in, zoom out. Oke, sip. Next. Oh itu musuh kita ya. Oh, I see. Oke. Start mission briefing sudah. Start mission langsung aja. Jangan lama-lama. Oke, kita pakai pesawat apa nih teman-teman semua? F-104C Avril. Mari kita lihat preview. Oke, begini ya. Oh, ini bisa naik ya, kita bisa nge-zoom in, zoom out. Oke. Ini juga sama. Oke. Mari kita lihat F-16C, kita pakai yang mana nih? Apakah ini bisa? Ini F-16C bisa nggak? Oh iya, ini. Select aircraft sudah, select SP weapon, lift di hangar, sortie, ini apa nih maksudnya?
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Oh, kalau sortie, berarti kita sudah siap untuk jalan nih. Mission 1, Charge Assault. Take down the hostile bombers. Oke. Nah,
Radar site still
Radar
silent.
site
Scramble.
still
Get those
alarm.
birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
F-16.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper.
Top.
Hurry, Mage Squadron.
Kok kita baru main ini sih teman-teman semua? Are you ready? Let's get it on.
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2.
Gimana ini nih pencetannya apa aja nih teman-teman semua? Ini bingung banget nih.
Situation is tight.
Accelerate with RT, hold it down to take off. Oke. Oh ini untuk ngerem, ini
Do me a
untuk
favor and get that
take
bird in the
off.
air ASAP.
See that? Column Squadron,
Oh.
and are airborne. Take off and form up with Mage 1.
Mantap. Oke.
No anti-air armor.
Gimana? Mau tampilan mana? Luar aja ya?
Electronics are malfunctioning.
Gini ya teman-teman ya.
Take off now.
Oke. Let's get it on.
No good. The carrier's a wreck. Our other ships are taking a beating.
Mantap.
They're bombing the harbor. Scramble interceptors.
H2 altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
Liar banget nih teman-teman.
Looks like the harbor's taking a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit.
Keren sih
H2,
teman-teman
warm
semua.
up with Mage
Cuman
1.
masih agak bingung
All
cara
aircraft,
mainnya
let's
ya.
do this. Golem Squadron, it's go
It's
time.
okay. Coba, kalau kita mau tembak, oh ini tembak. Ini apa ini?
This is the AWACS Skykeeper.
Kotak hijau adalah target accelerate, RC, and close in. Berarti ini masih ally kita, teman kita. Musuh kita di mana?
Wilco,
Oh, ini dia musuh kita ada di sini, teman-teman.
fly with me now.
Tapi gimana lihatnya?
In an element. You gotta keep an eye out for enemy bombers.
Mantap, mantap. Kita pakai ini ya, teman-teman ya. Target kita ada di depan.
Okay, here we go.
Hujan,
Looks like bombers have been
reduce
located.
without T.
It's showtime, Trigger. Let's see if you can handle the spotlight. You're a good pilot. So I
Kita
told
lock dulu
I had
teman-teman
to fill
semua.
an empty spot, so play along. It's still a leash, though.
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Mantap.
Not bad, Mage 2.
Oke. Ah, gampang ini.
Trigger, switch your radar. See if
Teman-teman
you can
semua
locate
kalau
the
mau main ini ya. Jadi di belakang kita ada teman kita nggak? Oh, ally kita ya. Partner kita ada di sana. Oke. Let's get it on. Udah siap tempur ini. Ini baru Ryan Beyond Sky beraksi, teman-teman semua. Mantap. Oh, jadi kita bisa ganti weapon one missile, ini weapon. Oke, mantap. Oke. Ah, seru banget. Oh, ini dia ada di sini.
They're way overhead. Let's go introduce ourselves.
Hujan nih, teman-teman, hujan nih. Ah, kita bisa ke kiri ke kanan. Oke. Itu dia target kita.
Watch out for the support aircraft.
Mage 2 locked.
Mantap. Ah.
Target confirmed down. Looking good, Mage 2.
Mana ini musuhnya? Masih ada.
Mage 2, target's in
Itu dia
range.
musuh
Pair
kita ada di
bombers.
sini.
Trigger, stay calm.
Oke.
I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still only got his feet wet.
Ini dia misil kita siapkan. Ini masih training nih teman-teman. Tenang, masih training. Wah, ini pelan-pelan.
Trigger, don't forget your special weapon.
Oh. Wise. Oh, mantap banget. Habis semua nih.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Keren banget.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece. Skykeeper, this is
Ada lagi nggak musuhnya? Wah, ada. Coba teman-teman ya, kita pakai yang
It's a bomber and an
non
escort.
cockpit ya. Coba ya.
Trigger, settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off.
Ini bisa nggak sih
Mage 1,
kalau
make
pakai
sure he
misil
doesn't
yang
do anything
pertama?
stupid. Wilco, Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
Oke. Oh, you are the hero.
Mage, 2 new enemy groups.
Agak bergoyang nih teman-teman semua, tapi nice, very nice game.
Verify. Drones? Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me right now?
This is the kind of shit that really
Coba
chaps
pakai
my
misil
ass.
satu bisa nggak?
AVs.
Penasaran nih teman-teman. Dia kalau pakai misil satu nggak terlalu, harus agak deket nih targetnya nih. Nah ini bisa, nah ini nggak bisa nih. Aduh, melesat teman-teman semua.
H2 bandit confirmed down.
Oke, coba kita kejar satu lagi teman-teman semua ada di depan.
Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and
Gimana ya
death.
musuhnya?
Stay sharp, think fast.
Oke, coba kita lihat apakah ada di depan. Kita sesuaikan dengan radar ya, teman-teman ya. Nice. Aduh, gimana ya musuhnya? Kita coba turun ke bawah permukaan laut. Hujan ternyata. Jangan biarkan mereka menghancurkan pelabuhannya. Teman-teman semua banyak banget. Aduh, empty nih teman-teman. Terus gimana dong? Batu? Mana? Gimana nih teman-teman? Ammunition sih.
Enemies on me.
Terus gimana dong? Oh, pakai ini. Bisa. Yes. Ada lagi. Iya, yang sebelah kanan pasti kena. Oke, sip. Tinggal satu ini, teman-teman semua. Bisa nggak? Oh, pakai tembakan. Hit. Mantap. Ada satu lagi di depan. Ini dia. Kita kejar yuk. Aduh, duduk mana dia? Wah, nggak bisa nih. I see. Mantap. Very nice adventure, baby. To Golem and Mage, job well done. All bombers are down.
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. We're in the clear.
Hey, mantap.
Good going, Mage 2. Black Commander looks like he's got what it takes.
Pull up.
Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Top.
Yeah, I gotta side with the
Ini
boss
kayak
on
main
this.
Pilot Wing, teman-teman semua. Pernah kita tayangkan ya, tapi ini Ace Combat mungkin lebih berjalan cerita ya.
Column 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
Oke, kita diminta untuk kembali ke base. Base-nya mana? Di mana base-nya?
I am Princess Rosa Cassette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Citizens of Erusia.
Halo Putri. Mantap.
Your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and feedback.
Apa ini?
Mage 2, clear for takeoff. The situation is tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party.
Apa ini?
We have
Hello?
Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Good then. Column Squadron and your wingmen are airborne. Take off and form up with Mage
Apa
1.
ini? Teman-teman semua.
anti-air armament available on the escort ship. Electronics are malfunctioning.
Replay mode.
Mage 2
Coba kita
scramble.
lihat.
Take off
Gimana
now.
replay mode? Terus enter to skip.
There's a wreck. Our other ships are taken.
Oh, jadi bisa ini teman-teman semua. Kita tuh bisa lihat
Scramble interceptor.
apa yang kita lakukan ya. Jadi direkam ya, terikut ya. Mantap banget.
Carrier. Whoa. Looks like the harbor's taking a lot of damage.
Pop.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit.
Wah,
Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this.
keren. Udah, langsung aja ya teman-teman ya.
Roger
Skip.
that.
Kita masuk ke chapter yang kedua, teman-teman semua ya. Semoga teman-teman suka dengan game ini.
We are currently assessing the damage
Kita
to the
sudah
base.
menghancurkan
We have
base
confirmed
tersebut.
that the aircraft carrier Albatross was
Dan
sunk.
ada kapal yang
We
sudah
know the
tenggelam.
attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yusian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have our thanks.
Oke, next. Feature unlock. The aircraft tree has been unlocked in campaign mode. Oke. You now equip upgrade pass in campaign mode. Oke, pokoknya oke aja terus. Next mission. Semoga misi kedua ini tidak terlalu susah.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusea has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on, I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Usea, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusea, on the continent of Usea, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Usean peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Usea was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Useans, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Usea, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusea, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusea went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusea didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
I'm Princess Rosa Cassette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusea. Today, Osea shattered the lives of countless Erusians. Their attacks practically leveled the school I went to. It is heartbreaking. Tragic.
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship too. We headed off down south for several days and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia on the opposite side of the Yuzian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out and set the dogs on me.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Osean Federation and all countries on the Yuzian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Yusia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Grays Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Oke teman-teman semua, jadi kita harus menyerang ya. Ada daratan dan juga udara ya. Pokoknya kita sikat dulu musuhnya. Dan ngomong-ngomong, jagoan kita kayaknya tertangkap deh teman-teman semua ya. Di satu buah base camp lagi di penjara. Nanti gimana ceritanya kita saksikan sama-sama. Ini musuh-musuhnya. You can to obtain aircraft weapon dan sebagainya. Oke. Aircraft 3 ini apa ini teman-teman? Tolong ya. Informasikan ya, ini apa ini? Points award. Spend your MRP wisely, cannot refund. Jadi kayak kita bisa beli barang-barang kali ya teman-teman ya. Ini nggak terlalu paham juga nih gimana nih. Oh my goodness. Duit kita ada berapa emang? Itu 105.000, 70.000, 105.000. Ada lagi nggak? 65.000. Oh, duit kita piro. Tuh ada yang masih kelok. Mana? Duit kita cuma 57.000 coba. Apapun nggak bisa beli nih. Ini 105. Oh, ini aja nggak bisa kebeli. Gimana coba teman-teman? Ini nggak bisa kebuka. Mungkin ntar kali ya teman-teman ya. Nggak bisa ini, ya sudah. Mungkin habis episode 2 kali ya. Start mission. Oh yeah. Speed. Saya sih lebih prefer ini ya teman-teman. Oke. Ini aja dulu. Dan coba kita lihat select parts. Oh, bisa upgrade parts teman-teman. Apa yang kita mau upgrade? Ini bisa light bliss level 1. Oke. Terus ini sudah, tadi sudah. Terbatas banget teman-teman, nggak banyak tuh. Select aircraft udah. Sortie langsung teman-teman. Main squadron sortie SP. Kita meluncur. Semoga kita bisa memenangkan pertarungan misi yang kedua ini. Charge the enemy. Destroy the enemy ground facilities. Jadi kita harus menghancurkan ground facility-nya musuh ya.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to
Teman-teman suka yang mana nih mainnya? Pakai ini kah? Ini kah atau ini kah? Ini kali ya.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Mantap banget. Doakan ya teman-teman supaya bisa menang ya. Jauh tuh kayak gitu. Jauh tuh ke kanan, ke kiri.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Oke. Mana ini musuhnya?
Locked.
Apa itu? Mana ini teman-teman, kok nggak bisa? Ini sih. Oke, itu tenang ya. Mantap, kena. Oke, kita mulai tempur ya teman-teman ya. Ada satu nih yang ketinggalan di sini. Ya, mantap.
Target has been destroyed. Way to go. We don't have any anti-air weaponry in place yet. We can't put up a decent fight.
Oke. Jadi kalau pakai yang standar teman-teman ya hanya bisa satu persatu. Nah, satu. Ini juga satu. Satu-satu. Kecuali kalau pakai yang gede. Yang 4 EM itu bisa. Ini satu. Ada lagi kah? Mantap banget sih teman-teman. Aduh, satu lagi. Please, keluar, bawah. Aduh, nggak bisa. Mantap, satu lagi ini. Nanti kita putar balik, di belakang ada ketinggalan satu, teman-teman semua. Mantap. Bisa kah? Nah, satu lagi nih. Wow. Missile armor. Teman-teman semua kita. Hancur mina. Mantap.
The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars.
2 targets remaining.
Ada lagi 2 target teman-teman semua remaining. Selesai kamu. Ini ada lagi nih, musuhnya datang nih dari atas. Oke, nggak masalah. Saya tahu cara menyelesaikan ini. Wow. Masih ada? Ada di depan. Bentar. Aduh. Kelewatan teman-teman. Ini kena nih. Nah. Bye bye.
That was the last radar vehicle.
Keren banget sih.
Radar vehicles destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it
Masih
out.
adakah musuhnya?
Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you
Crush
can.
as many as you can. Mantap. Oh, apakah kita harus pakai ini teman-teman semua? Kita pakai misil kita ya. Oh, banyak banget. Ya, 1, 2, 3, 4. Masih ada kan? Ya. Sikat.
Target is hit.
Mantap banget. Ada lagi kah? Itu dia. Bye bye. Ada lagi kah? Banyak banget. Oh, di atas nih, di atas, di atas. Bye bye, sayonara. Nggak kena, kena. Oh, coba lihat teman-teman semua. Jatuhnya begitu berguguran. Oke, masih ada kah? Ada nih di bawah, banyak banget. Bye bye. Boom. Mantap. Ada lagi? Ada. Sikat. Oh. Kejar. Mantap. Warning. Oh, ada yang ngincar kita teman-teman semua. Iya. Mari kita lihat musuh kita mana lagi. Oh, ini dia. Selesai itu dia. Oke, sekarang saatnya kita putar balik. Wah, keren sih teman-teman. Nggak diduga ya, ternyata ini seru juga. Nah, ini tuh ada target nih kita nih di sini. Lagi satu lagi ini loh. Iya. Mantap. Masih ada di sini di atas kiri. Kita ikutin radar teman-teman. Itu dia di atas. Oh, kamu mau kemana ini? Saya ikutin terus nih. Aduh. Tuh ada yang ngejar kita. Yes. Mantap. Ada lagi. Ini sikat. Bablas.
4 targets remaining.
Oke. Kita selesaikan ini. Satu target ini. Ada yang ada missile. Ada yang nyerang kita. Mana nih musuhnya? Halo. Mana ini musuh satunya nih? Oh, itu dia. Liar sekali dia. Kena nggak lo? Iya. Lagi. Aduh. Sisa satu ini loh teman-teman semua kayaknya. Aduh, mana dia? Musuhnya nggak kena nih teman-teman, tolong dong. Musuhnya mana nih? Aduh, mana musuhnya? Iya. Kita harus kekuatan dan kecepatan tinggi. Oh, musuhnya masih di belakang teman-teman. kena, pasti kena. Salah satu target pasti kena. Yes, aduh. Nggak kelak. Nah, ini dia, satu lagi yang di atas. Dua misil kita luncurkan. Apa? Kena. Satu lagi.
On target 6.
Kena. Kita kejar terus. Mantap. Warning katanya. Oke. Aduh. Kita kena kah? Oh my god, misilnya. What happened? Apa yang terjadi?
Multiple bogeys on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
Gimana ini?
You're clear to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. Well spotted, clown. No doubt about it. We're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing.
Kita harus
Just think of them
ledakkan
as solid,
misilnya
clever
tadi.
decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what IG turns are, right?
Mantap. Musuh kita untung hebat.
HQ, this is Golem 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones.
Golem 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out.
It doesn't matter.
He's saying the war can change in an instant, you know.
Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning.
Aduh. Kena. Ayo. Yes. Ada lagi kah?
H2, walking.
Bandits are in the clouds.
Mantap, teman-teman semua.
Destroyed. Hell yeah.
Golem Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
Mana lagi target? Where is our target? Ini dia target kita di depan. Jangan kita lepas begitu saja, sudah kelihatan di depan. Kita kejar nih teman-teman.
Fox 2.
Nah, nih kejar nih. Come on. Terkunci. Block.
Careful of ice formation in the clouds.
Aduh, yes, mantap.
I'll buy a dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
Satu lagi, yang ini teman-teman semua.
You're doing good.
Seru.
Just 2 more.
Aduh, meleset.
The aircraft is icing up. I'm getting a warning.
Get out of the clouds. The ice will melt.
That's a miss.
Running out of missiles.
Mantap. Ada lagi?
Where'd he go?
When you go, let's get through this without any casualties.
I maneuver behind the enemy.
Satu ini teman-teman semua, sisa satu ini. Wah, meleset.
Don't ice up in there. Fox 2. Missile evaded.
Clouds are screwing
The enemy knows a few moves, but that's about it. Just chase him down and pull the trigger.
Kejar dia. Dia mau melarikan diri kah? Tidak segampang itu, Ferguson.
H2, walking. Targeting range of guns.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
Mantap.
The skies are
The
clear.
skies are
Nice
clear.
work, everyone.
Nice work. Mission complete.
RTB.
Gimana teman-teman? Oke nggak nih gamenya ya? Duh, keren banget.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Kalau misalkan menurut teman-teman ini gamenya oke, kita lanjutkan nih ke part yang kedua ya. Kalau enggak, kita tidak akan lanjutkan. Minimal teman-teman semua ya di atas yang nonton ya di atas 2.000 sampai 5.000 lah ya. Ini keren banget.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ
Ini
has
keren
made it
sih, ini
clear that the
permainan
launch will
kameranya
cover
oke
civilians
banget.
and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But enemy aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these
Oke,
days.
teman-teman semua, saya rasa cukup ya untuk hari ini permainan kita. Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown. Ya, semoga teman-teman menikmati dan enjoy dengan game permainan ini. Sampai ketemu lagi di episode selanjutnya bersama saya, Ryan Beyond Sky Channel. Top. Dukung terus channel kita. Jangan lupa subscribe, like, and share ya. Bye-bye.
Now is the time to group up and begin.